Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the fuck it is?
Aries and Andy, chewing the jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bitch bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
Dude, for those of you who could see the podcast, you see we look like we're in a dressing room. We are backstage in the dressing room of the green room for the show that Andy and I are doing here in Arlington, Massachusetts. Not Boston, Massachusetts, home of the former best quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. So you know what that means. Oh my God, who could that be knocking at the door? Oh my fucking God, I can't fucking believe it, kid. I'm fucking standing in the room next door. The fucking walls are thin. And I'm hearing these two voices. And it sounds like two of my favorite fucking podcasters, Spears and fucking Steinberg. I know it was you fucking guys. You guys are fucking to die for. There is nothing better than you guys. Nothing. Actually, there's one guy. There's one fucking guy. He's the best fucking Anglo-Saxon white man, the best cleft chin quarterback that God ever produced. Tom fucking, I can't even say his whole name without my penis becoming a creamy cock. Right now, I've got a creamy cock. But besides that, here's the thing. Oh, the name's Bobby Patterson, by the way. I'm hearing you guys' voices, and then I knock on the door, you open it up, and I was a bit taken back because I'm looking at Aries, and he looks like the fat black dyke bitch from the Jonah Hill Eddie Murphy movie. And Andy, you look like Jonah fucking Hill. But I know you guys aren't. But this is fucking to die for. Speaking of funny, I got a joke. Andy, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Steve who?
There is no Oh, Steve who. It's just Oh, Steve. I don't think I could ever get enough of that guy.
That's the guy that's, if you can't had to come back to Earth as a white dude.
I'd be fucking Bobby Patterson, kid. I'd have a fucking Tom Brady shrine in my fucking house. I wouldn't even use Scotch tape to get the pictures to stick to the wall. I'd use my own jizz. I'd jerk off to the guy's fucking image and then use jizz shots to hang the fucking pictures dry.
What I love about that is when I said it, I was just throwing that out there random. And
no, you fucking said something that made sense.
And you could have been more excited.
Because it made sense, kid. You said something that was fucking true. Okay? That's fucking good, kid. Fucking wicked to die for. All right. First one comes to us from Ace Jones.
I would have liked the lobster roll, though.
The fucking lobster with the fucking butter. Oh, my God. If they ever made a fucking bun with Tom Brady's image on it, and you ate your lobster roll, you'd be going, man, this lobster is delicious, but this butter has a different taste to it. It's not butter, kid. All right. Ace Jones. Yo, fellas, long time listeners, still loving what y'all doing. Aries, did you ever do that Wild and Out episode? Because I know you would have killed it. If you did, was it different than Mad TV? GTA Andy, what up? This the most you spoke. This the most you spoke when y'all had a guest. The one thing I noticed is when you speak on Jewish stuff, you don't stutter, and that memory works like a charm. You also seem to compare slavery in America to every other slavery that has happened all time, everywhere. I remember, I don't remember you ever comparing the Holocaust to anything. That just stays on its own shelf. I hope y'all do have a reunion episode and you have Godfrey, Vince, Kyla on, Andrew Schultz, and whoever to stop Andy from getting torn apart, LOL. Y'all forget to come to Cleveland this year, the Ohio City with a basketball team. And Gemma is cool, but Ameridime got her beat, dog. Bring back Asian voice on $10, a lot of money.
Which one? Who's going first?
Well, I think that was more directed to you. Oh, well, he did ask.
Yeah.
No, I have yet to do Wild and Out again. I'm hoping that they will call me. If not, I may try to reach out to Nick myself. But, we'll see, man. Some of that aroma might still be in the air for some people. So we'll see. The Holocaust.
Well, I want to go back even before that when he said, I always try to compare slavery. There's no comparison. The slavery is slavery, first of all. And everybody's slavery is however you want to look at it, slavery throughout the ages. Let's go with that. I'm just recognizing it. I'm not trying to make one. There is no better slavery. There's bad and there's worse. That's the conversation. And my point was, you have to understand how it all began, how it all starts, and where it gets wound into. And unwind it so that you can understand and make sure shit doesn't happen like that again. Because it's like I said, it's happening now. So I don't want to get into, because we got into it that day. I've had a lot of interesting comments, positive and negative, and so it's been good. I'm glad that I'm creating conversation, but I think that it gets taken down a different road than I'm trying to go down a lot of times. And the other thing, when you said about the Holocaust, there is something different about the Holocaust, but we're not going to get into that so far. Except you said when we were having this conversation last week, you said, name another situation that was as bad. And everyone who was listening, everyone who was sitting in the room when I did that was expecting me to say the Holocaust. And I said Pol Pot. So what I'm saying is each one is its own entity, but I don't have to just say the Holocaust. The reason I'm familiar and comfortable talking about the Holocaust is it's because it's me. It's something that has to do with me. When I talk about other let's go racial groups, I tread lightly because I'm not part of that racial group, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to say it correctly, but it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to be taken from a white guy's point of view, instead of what I'm trying to create is a conversation so that we understand how we got into this situation. But never mind. This is where we're at. We had the conversation. Like I said, I got positive and negative reviews from people. Got to take what, as Ari said, take what the defense gives you. I enjoyed the ones that were pro, and then I also actually enjoyed the ones that are negative, because I get to learn a little bit. I get to learn a little bit about other people's opinions and how they see it, and I learn from that too. But that's part of the mechanism of learning. You have to have the conversation.
Take what the Torah gives you.
Take what the Torah gives you. Make sure you carry it with your right hand. Be strong.
See? Mike Ryan, Italian guy. Hey, Andy and Aries, I'm rewatching the early episodes of the podcast, and you guys was talking about how horrible Donald J. Trump was. I stopped voting after voting for Obama. The first time and lastly, I had to write in after Andy said you should participate in voting as long as lobbying has been around and legal. When there is an unlimited cap in political donations and you expect any public officials to see you as an average Joe, when the 1% have the congressmen's on speed dial. Love the podcast, guys. Mike, Virginia. I do.
Okay. I got some of that. Right. That's why you have to vote, because the sooner you can get turnover, as soon as you can get people in that haven't been, what's the right word, that haven't been, something, I don't know how I want to say. I don't understand what I'm trying to say here. Hold on 1 second. Uh-oh. It's coming. You want people that haven't been worked. There's a better word for it, by the system, that haven't
sodomized.
Well, no, you want people you want a Congress. You would like to have a Congress that hasn't taken money from people and owe favors. So you want people to run. You want grassroots people running. You want them to bring in a fresh, hopefully do something for the community kind of vibe about them. That's who you want to vote for. But those people never make it because people don't support them. It also has to do with us. You have to support them. You have to do extra work. You have to go out and you have to do things for them. You have to publicize them. You have to go out and work the ground so that you can get people to come up. And it's happening right now. I love watching it happen in different cities. And it would work if we did it. If we all went and said, fuck this, I don't want it. But I'll be honest, I still feel more like you, where it's rigged and we don't stand a chance. The regular people don't stand a chance. So That's how I feel about it. Am I willing to get up off my ass and go out and find people that are in my district that I would love to see become part of the system that I think can make changes? It would take us to do it, because those rich people just throwing money around. You have to throw your time around. Do you want to do that?
How do you think you would do on real time?
I think I'd probably get mad.
But do you think you can hold your ground?
It depends on what we're talking about.
Anything political?
I think some
because you seem to, navigate those waters pretty comfortably.
I think that I would have a hard time. The people that are on there, they specialize in certain things. I tell dick jokes.
Yeah, but
I don't think people should live. I think people should be motivated by the things that we say. I don't think that we're the educational system. I think you should want to do more research after you hear me. A lot of people who don't like my opinions, I think that they should go, instead of telling me that they don't like the opinion, they should go look up some shit and go, you're wrong. This is what I read. Or I read, let me rephrase it. You're wrong. I read it and I got this and this and this from it. And, you're completely off. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind that. I like being wrong because then I have to go back and reread and do those things. But I don't think comics are where you should be getting your information from. I see this all the time with other comics that have, Joe Rogan is great because he does a lot of reading and he does a lot of research and tries to prepare for the guest. But he still isn't the right person. That's not what he does for a living. He causes conversation. You should go back and you should do the research. You should find out. So, but these guys are part of the people that actually write what I'm researching, the people that he has on. So I would be nervous about talking to them about it this way. But I think when I talk about things that I know somewhat about and on an emotional level, I think I could hang on because I don't really get real. I try not to be very emotional about it. I think
did you ever see the episode where Ben Affleck was on? He got emotional.
He got emotional.
Right.
And people appreciated his passion. A lot of people went that way. But if you really break down a lot of the things that he said, he felt them out of emotion. And he's right. Emotionally, when you're watching it emotionally, you can't be mad at Ben Affleck over that because you could feel that he really had feelings for what he was talking about. But if you break down some of what was said, he took it in a way that it was about these people and was making them bad. That's not what they were saying. And you got to really stay non-emotional and try to rely on what you understand and what you know. And when you go off like that, it kind of lets people know that you went off of your intelligence and you went onto your emotions.
Right. And I just, for the record, when you say you don't think comedians are people that you should get your information from, I won't say I entirely agree with that. I think there are some comedians, and this is where you might want to bring up Carlin, who you absolutely get your information from.
Yeah, but
or even Chappelle.
I think they should be your motivation. I don't think they should be your source. You know what I mean? I think that. I mean, if you had a
right is right,
but if you had but still, you should do more investigation. You should always want to read more, be more informed. Try to bring yourself up. We should all be doing that. Right now, it's an interesting time right now as we're having problems. This is a very interesting moment because he was talking about Trump in this email. We have Trump, who had a relationship that everybody has held against Trump with Russia and China, and it was volatile, but they were making it like Trump was this way with Russia, and but we weren't getting any wars, and we weren't having these problems, and Ukraine wasn't attacked when Trump was in office. I'm not advocating for Trump. I'm just saying, why didn't we? Has anybody been doing the research? Has anybody been reading? Now, Russia and China are coming together, and that's the new article. Well, we don't have anybody in place that's putting any priority into those two countries, and they affect us deeply. And then this balloon that's supposed to be a weather balloon that Biden shot down passed over the country.
Right, the Chinese spy balloon.
Okay, what? we need to do research. I want to know what that's about. I want to know, is that a real spy balloon? Was it a weather balloon? I don't know what it was. I want to do more research. I think we need to call these things out when we're not doing our research. And you get people like that. Who's that new congressman? Santos or whatever.
Hey man, you in waters. I stay in the shallow end of this type of shit.
Who the media didn't do any research on, the people didn't do any research on, and then you got this guy. This guy got elected. He got votes because people were campaigning for him. People were putting his name out there. That's the only reason you get votes, is people working for you. He had a lot of money that helped, but we need grassroots people bringing the voice of the people back in. That's what we used to do. I don't know if we could do it again.
Well, listen, to anybody that, in terms of what information you get from me, that you feel is incorrect or correct, just know any information you get from me is always going to be 100% correct. Do you know why?
Because you're a genius at this shit?
Goddamn genius! You fucking do it. All right.
But people shouldn't count on us. You mean, when people were, and it's sad to think that at one time people were getting their news from Jon Stewart. And then they were getting it from who was after Jon Stewart?
Colbert.
No. The other dude from South Africa.
No, Colbert. Oh, no, Colbert had his own shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Trevor Noah.
I mean, people were going to these people for information because the news, people, everybody's talking about these great news stations. Why are people looking for alternatives to news stations? Because they don't give us real news. You got to read. You got to keep digging. You got to dig. And one source isn't enough.
Treat news like an itch in your ass. You got to dig. Vincent Burnell.
I love that. That's funny.
Dog, $10, a lot of money. That Indian Ving Rhames impression brought me to tears. I haven't heard that accent since the real early episodes. That Godfrey episode was fire. I saw him recently in Sacramento. Hope y'all come back to Sac soon, which I think we do have a date.
Yeah.
Still the best show I've seen live. Have a great, healthy 2023. Well wishes, Vince. Thank you, partner. I think we do have a Sacramento date. If not, it's like a pubescent teenager looking at a dirty nudie magazine. It's coming.
I know we have a Toledo date on, not Toledo.
No, we just did
Tacoma. Tacoma. Different T word.
Real Angel Spro. Big fan. Hey, Aries, first time doing an email. Just wanted to know if you will ever do a few shows in Utah. It's not looking good, brother. If so, would love to see you live and get a picture with you and Andy. Anyway, a lot of love. And just heard episode 27. The Pussy Podcast. You've heard. Cuddlingus. Gotta say it worked well. See? P.S. LeBron trash. He is all hype. Hope you don't hope. See? This was what they do, Andy.
He's so close.
This was the end. He goes, hope, don't fuck up on my spelling and grammar as well as punctuation. You put an O where you should have put an I. You
know how, like, when you're about to come, you've been talking smooth, you've been saying everything you're supposed to.
And when you come, you turn into a retard. He turned into the Goonies nigga. Hey, you guys!
Yeah.
And you even look like Chunk. What was his name? Chunk was the kid. Whoever the retarded Goonie dude in the basement was.
I don't even know who it is.
What the fuck was his name?
Dude, I've only seen that movie once, only because you talked about it.
Dude,
I missed it.
That was a childhood. That and Never Ending Story.
I never seen Never.
You never saw Never Ending Story? Oh my God.
This is all 90s stuff. I slipped out in the 90s.
No, it's Never Ending Story. This was the 80s.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I think I missed it.
I was a child, nigga.
What are you saying there also though?
It was that doom 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 Chariots of Fire. He was at the finish line and he tripped on his own shoelaces.
Dude, I'd like to go back to Utah though. What's the name of that club?
Good. Oh fuck. What fuck? I was gonna say Charlie Goodnights.
No. It's
Salt Lake City, Utah.
It has such a great name. I'd like the name of the club.
Yeah, well, they don't like. They don't. Funk's in the air, dog. They're Mormons.
Oh, so they were mad at you?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying, but you know what it is.
Comedy clubs in Salt Lake City, Utah. what is it? Wise Guys.
Wise Guys.
It's a great club. See, and look, this is how much better we are than you at Wise Guys, because we don't mind shouting you out and you're playing games. We like that club. They got that great T-shirt that says "This place is a joke." I like that. I like that place.
Fucking
that. And then what was the other thing he said? I forgot. He had said something else on there. So keep going.
Yeah. I'm gonna read another one by Mike Ryan because it's low. Listen to the guys like Mike Ryan and what's his name, William Johnson. Instead of sending me 3 or 4 emails with 3 sentences in each one, if you're gonna keep them that short, put it on one fucking email. Because it looks like I'm not giving a lot of other people love because I'm reading 3 quick ones by you. Mike Ryan, Italian guy, he sends another one, short and quick. Hey, Spears and Andy, loving the podcast movement. So I keep hearing Aries talk shit about the South. Aries, I sure hope you can fight them big back, hay-throwing, slow-talking, grits-eating people. Sure hope you and Andy eventually hold a live streaming podcast one day. Mike from Virginia. What part of Virginia? Because we about to hit Virginia Beach.
I like that club. That's the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, but we got the other Virginia, Richmond.
Yeah, but I like that 2-story. I never liked a 2-story club before, but that Virginia Beach one works for whatever reason.
Poncho Z. 5 dirty pigs and an innocent brother. Sup, Aries? Did you hear about those dirty fucking cops that killed that innocent black man, Tyree Nichols? All those cops were black too, but they were obviously coons. I want to hear you and Andy talk about how the police are the most dangerous gang in the black community. The police have never helped black people as a whole in this country. Also, Andy, what did the cops say after you sarcastically said you would never sell drugs again? Remember that story?
He just looked at me.
Okay. And something else. I was watching the new No Jumper interview. And Aries, you look just like Rampage Jackson in this interview. Look it up on YouTube. He did it recently with Adam 22. Additionally, I was watching old episodes of the podcast and saw that you were writing with your left hand. And didn't you know that people who are left-handed were once thought to be demons, LOL. I don't know, but I got a demon-sized cock.
Is it left-handed?
It shoots to the left.
There you go.
Where was I after demon-sized cock? Saw that you were writing demons. Furthermore, did you ever meet Lark Voorhees in the 90s? Because she was the baddest woman from the 90s. No, she was not, sir. She was the black girl from the TV show Saved by the Bell. She was also on the TV show In the House with LL Cool J. No, she was not, sir. The girl who was in the show with LL Cool J from In the House, I don't recall her name. I know it was not Lark Voorhees, but that girl ended up tragically having a serious drug problem, and her life went to complete dog shit. I hope she's doing well. God bless. And the hottest bitch in the 90s was Stacey fucking Dash.
In the House.
From Clueless.
I wouldn't have thought that you would...
Stacey Dash was the broad.
I wouldn't have thought that would be your style, man.
Stacey Dash?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's like the white guy black girl.
Nah, but her face was perfection.
She still looks good.
She just wasn't thick. Nah, but her fucking conservative right-wing Republican.
I didn't say her. I said
scoonish, mammy shit she be on now.
I said she still looks good.
That's her name.
Maria Campbell.
Maria Campbell. Yeah, Maria Campbell was on In the House, not Lark Voorhees.
I'm not going to disagree with that statement, though.
What? Lark Voorhees?
No, Dash. What's?
Oh, she was the shit.
I loved her when she was in what's the movie? Just Clueless.
Clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you talk about, I just got to bring one of them. Just passed away. Irene Cara was the broad in the 80s, along with Raydon Chung.
Yeah.
Did you like Raydon Chung?
Yeah. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah.
She was cool. She was actually a decent actress. I don't know what happened to her.
A lot of the broads got expiration dates, man.
You're forgetting when you went 80s, 90s, you left out the one.
The one.
The one.
Black girl? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And you even said Cosby's, and you.
Lisa Bonet. Yeah, but there was just the one movie.
No, but she's always the one. She still looks good.
Nah, she shows a little bit.
Still looks good.
She looks like a nice worn leather jacket.
Still looks good.
No, I hear you.
She's.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it with Vince a little bit. The tragedy of that. So yeah, we talked about that with Vince. I think justice is moving swiftly, which is a good thing, but not a shocking thing, given the pigmentation of the pigs.
Yeah, I think I said everything on that one that I had to say.
Yeah, we don't have to beat that up.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I did have something for you that I didn't say on that podcast with Vince, that I thought about it afterwards. Because you said what would have been the difference if it would have been a white guy,
right,
that they killed.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to remind people of this, just because I remembered as soon as the podcast was over and I was mad. The first officer that I can remember being brought to justice for killing someone was an officer who killed a white woman from Australia here in the United States, and he was black, and he swiftly went to jail.
The black cop.
He was swiftly convicted.
Yeah,
and it's never really talked about.
Right.
I'm not, and he said it was accidental. I don't know the whole background on it anymore. I don't remember it all. It was quite a while ago.
Right.
But someone wants to look it up instead of just listening to what I said. You can find out for yourself.
From Gerby Marcellus, email. What's
Gerby?
up? Gerby.
That's a good name.
I know I read one from him before because I referred to his name sounding because of the Marcellus, very jazz-like.
Yeah, Gerby.
So he points to this in the first line.
What was that riff? That was Gerby Marcellus.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gerby Marcellus for 94K jazz riffs. Gerby Marcellus, that was him on the main saxophone. Join us next week when we have special guest Linda Benign in from Switzerland, a great violinist here on the jazz station. These are your hosts, and I'm your DJ, Rufus Chocolate and Albino. And Albino Al, as we bring you all the latest jazz hits with Gerby Marcellus. Yeah. All right, what's up, Aries and Andy? It's your boy Gerby, the jazz player, LOL. Don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but they are slowly turning this world into Resident Evil. China just created a human-monkey hybrid. Yes, you read that correctly. They're about to repeat Genesis 6 again. In Genesis 6:200, angels rebelled against God for some pussy. Yes, you read that correctly. They even had children known as the Nephilim, giants like Hercules, etc. That's where we get the origin superheroes from. That's not even the worst part. They were cannibals, and they basically took over the whole world, and God had to wipe them out with the great flood. I'm sorry to say history is repeating itself. Buckle up, because we are in for one hell of a ride. If you guys are interested in finding out this history, look up the Superman gods. It's real interesting. I'm out. That was from our insane psychiatric caller. He's escaped the mental bit. And every now and then he calls in with some outlandish shit. No, I'm just joking, dog. Do you know anything about what he's talking about?
No, I heard about cloning, that the China announced they could do cloning. That's all I've heard about so far.
Humans? Or
not humans. They were cloning. I don't know what it is. I need to read up, because there's been a lot of stuff going on lately, but that's a good one. I want to see what this is. I'm going to look it up, because I heard about this, but I have heard about this, the super humans that were on the earth.
Right.
And I'd like to know more about what that is all about.
Right.
But the gods were apparently, they're Greek gods, all the gods that we're supposed to have here.
Right.
And they were...
Well, Ares is a Greek god.
Yeah, but
the god of war.
And that was supposed to be from real. Like, these gods were like presented themselves or something like that at one time. So I'm gonna go do I'm gonna do some light reading on that.
You got to dig in your ass, nigga. It's the truth for your news.
I like reading, though. I like when you when I was young, I didn't give a fuck about any of this shit. But as I've gotten older, and you find out how fucked up everything is, it's interesting.
Yeah. Anubis Seven King. Racist cartoons to further prove that we haven't come so far. Speaking of racist cartoons, I forgot to mention, dude, when we did the podcast about what was the documentary, Mario Van Peebles, The Watermelon.
Yeah. How to Eat Your Watermelon.
Oh, was it that one? No. Well, the Netflix documentary about the movies, the black movies.
I forgot.
Is this good enough? It was something, whatever that God damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Whatever that documentary was we did reviewed about the black movies on Netflix, there was a racist, like it was a straight, no holds barred racist cartoon that they showed. And I meant to mention that on the pod because I said, dude, I got to download that and watch that. I mean, it was just blatantly in your face, offensive racist cartoon. I so want to watch that cartoon. Anyway. Hey, A&A, it's your boy, Anibus. And two things. So first, the funny. I told my soon-to-be wife about your McDonald's joke, and she loved it. It's now our inside joke to one another. She told me yesterday that while she was at work, she heard two people talking, and they made her go, McDonald. She said her coworkers were looking at her like, what the hell? She said, oh, yeah, it's an inside joke between me and my BF. I'm slowly getting her bits and pieces of y'all's gumbo. Gotta ease her in. Now for the heavy. Aries, I don't know if you know about all the racism in cartoons back in the day. I will leave a YouTube link so you can go over a few with Andy. Mind you, these cartoons were made in the 1930s, so black people were not really at a high standard when it comes from the colonizers. So take that into perspective when watching and listening, but it always amazes the people I show this to, yet they haven't canceled them. Anyway, here's the link, my brother. I will check that out, Animus. And you know, we knew that. We talked about that with a lot of the Dumbo and the Scarecrow, a lot of the Bugs Bunny cartoons, whenever they would show who the jungle savages were, they looked like pickaninnies, the big lips, the bones, and the nose. So yeah, we know, brother. Ever since man was created, we've been fucked with. We know what it is.
Now, there was a time when there wasn't any white people there and you guys had a nice run.
Yeah.
It's a nice run.
Ooh, nice run. White man came along and outran the niggas.
Do cartoons have all... I haven't seen these, so
right.
But they've always pushed whatever edge that they want, the creator wanted to. It's always, but they still, to this day, I'm not going to go with the racist thing today, but
right.
they always skirt the edge of social.
The shit that's supposed to be the most innocent is the dirtiest. So take that. Jonathan Moore, Snowfall. Hey, A&A, y'all ready? Y'all really excited for Snowfall? I don't see nothing special about it. The guy playing Franklin just reminds of Denzel Washington with all his mannerisms. I don't see that at all.
I caught that right away.
Nah.
Yeah.
Just makes the show really hard to watch. And let's not talk about the Uncle Jerome's Jerry curl. It looks like just a damn China pet. Also, thanks for all the laughs for the years. You know, really, again, it's art, therefore it's subjective. But this really goes to show you, man, how life is. It don't matter how good you are. There's always one. And I'm not trying to single you out, Jonathan, in no fucked up way, but everything ain't for everybody. The majority rules will tell you Snowfall is the shit. I'm one of the majority, but everything ain't for everybody.
Are you going to have a harder time watching it after last season, though, with the lion and the...
Nah. One bad thing or two don't sway me from the whole product.
If you turn it on,
right,
and there's a couple like far-fetched, just ridiculous premises going on in like the first 2 or 3 episodes, it wouldn't. Yeah,
it's history.
You're gonna finish it. You're gonna finish it no matter what.
It's built up too many points.
Okay,
you know, it's in good graces with me.
See, I don't mind a little bit of Denzel because I know he's a British actor,
right?
And you have to model some of your stuff that you're going to use off someone,
right?
And you modeled it after Denzel. I don't think that's a bad.
I don't see the Denzel thing at all, man. Not at all.
A few other people have
Really?
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
But I liked it. I liked his style that he brought to this, and he was complicated at the beginning. Now I'm glad that this is going to be the last season, though.
You just think it's run its course?
I think it's run its course, just like the '80s, and it's time, to figure that out. But it was good. I just don't that episode, if that's where they went, and I guess maybe they were trying to be clever because you could heard about people that had these wild animals in their homes. So maybe it was just trying to be clever and it just didn't translate. But we'll see how the season works out. I hope it goes out big though, because it's set up to go out
I would
big.
imagine all those shows when it's time to hang it up, they try to go out with a bang. They try to go out with a bang, and governor, I saw it real good, got a bang. Mike, so it's very special. Dude, I'm gonna have so much catching up to do between Snowfall, Godfather of Harlem, Mayor of Kingstown. And is there anything else?
I don't know. I watched the new Pamela Anderson doc.
But how long is that though?
It's an hour and a half or something like that. It was just interesting to hear.
Just for one episode?
It's one episode. It's one documentary. It's a documentary.
But how's it a documentary? Okay.
Yeah, it's not a docudrama. It's
docu-series.
Yeah, it's her. And it was just interesting.
Just get to the part about her sucking cock in the truck.
It's really, it's interesting to hear her perspective on how everything happened because it's her life. And you know what? It's when you think about it, everybody spoke. Tommy spoke. These documentaries have been done. Articles have been written. She was on talk shows, but they asked her very similar questions. To hear her speak and her take on it it was interesting.
You ever thought she was hot?
In the beginning, I thought she was hot. That
really?
Yeah. And then now.
Well, she got the boobs removed, right?
Yeah. No, but there's still boobs. You don't really see them in this doc, just a little bit, because it goes all the way to her getting that part on Broadway where she plays the play Chicago, and she's the lead in it. It was just interesting because I think it's good for guys as a guy, and now that I'm older and I'm trying to, as we're going through this new woke time. I don't even want to use the word woke because it has sometimes people take it negative. To try to better ourselves a little bit, to be more human, to look at women for. Don't
be so superficial.
Yeah. And to hear her speak on what she went through, it was interesting. And everything that she went through, there's a, when she drops this one bomb.
I don't know that I care enough about her to care.
If it, I didn't care. I cared. The perspective is what I cared about from a woman's perspective who was thought of as a sex symbol, because you have to, it's sometimes that's all a woman can be. Especially,
a sex symbol.
That's it. And she couldn't ever get past.
Because you saying that because she really didn't have anything else to bring to the table?
I don't know how much she had to bring to the table, but she did that show on Broadway and she got good reviews. So I think though for women, if a guy's good looking, you could, like Brad Pitt's good looking, but you can say he's a good actor. You can say there's a lot of things that people have said about Brad Pitt. Okay. I'm just using him as an example because that seems like the women went, Brad Pitt, but they don't hold him to just that.
Well, because he's more than just that.
But do we care if she had anything to say? All we wanted to do was...
If she legitimately had something to say. But does she legitimately have something to say?
She dropped a few bombs on me on this that I went, oh my God. If I had known that, maybe I would have thought about it differently or looked at it differently. But, just, I don't want to ruin it's early in the doc. She got raped at 12.
Oh, shit.
And that changes the whole perspective that I have of everything that she went through. And so, yeah, I guess, when you hear a woman's story and what a woman, it doesn't make a difference how attractive they are or how unattractive they are. They go through shit and we cause a lot of it. So
it's beep, beep, and I'm picking them up. Let him play with the dick in the truck. You know where that's from?
No, what is it from?
Beep, beep, and I'm picking him up. Let him play with the dick in the truck.
I know who it is.
Jay-Z, Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, I know it, but that's Big Pimpin'.
Yeah, he says beep beep, and I'm picking him up. Let him play with the dick in the truck.
I don't know if I ever caught Dick in the truck.
Oh, really? Ooh. Oh, God. If somebody just walked in on that conversation at the wrong time. I never know that I caught Dick in the truck.
Maybe, I guess. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Xavier Henderson. Mr. Henderson. What up, Aries and Andy? So at the end of the last email, yes, I meant Pleasanton. $10, a lot of money for the autocorrect and not correcting the autocorrect on my phone. I don't know if you're a part of Live Nation anymore or what happened with that deal, but I'd be pumped if you and Andy came back to Sacramento or hell, Stockton. I don't mind driving to the Pleasanton, but gas prices and bridge tolls I don't like. Y'all could do Laughs Unlimited, but it's too hole in the wall, and I don't think they could afford y'all. Now to the email I meant to write. So Aries, besides Andy, your two homies from grade school, Ish and Ivy, I think, who would you want speaking on you and your personal life and career should someone want to direct a documentary on you? A&A podcaster forever. I probably would want Josh Wolf.
What?
I was trying to pick somebody that just sounded. Am I saying it right? Josh Wolf, who's the comedian with the
Josh?
That's him.
Oh no, that's not Wolf. That's Josh. Blue. Josh Blue.
Josh Blue.
Is it Josh Blue?
It might be Josh Blue.
Its last name's Blue.
Yeah, I think it's Josh Blue. I would want somebody.
Dude, that would. I'm. You should pick someone with the worst stutter.
That's what I was trying to go for.
Like the worst, like that stuttering. That was, this is where you give, and you don't, I know you don't enjoy him, but Howard Stern, to get Stuttering John to go interview people at these big events.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That was genius.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
People taking themselves seriously, and then you got someone coming up and just.
Right.
And he spit when he was like, yeah, that was great. We are going to be, no, I don't know where we're going to be at.
It doesn't say Sacramento?
I thought we were. I'm going to look at it later. We'll post the dates, but yeah, we got dates in your area is what I'm trying to say. I know they're coming up. You can look at Aries, ariesspears.com.
Yes.
And all Aries dates are on there.
Yes. David Higgins, Goodfellas versus Hoodlum. When it comes to mob movies, dude, incidentally, I got to tell you, the other night, Pulp Fiction was on.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right about Quentin Tarantino and the nigga shit. And
right?
I'm watching that scene, and I'm just going, you don't need it. He did not need that.
And I'm not after Quentin Tarantino for using it because, let me rephrase it. I'm not after him for how he writes. That scene where he's the director, and if he, as the writer, he wrote that in, and now he's the director. He should have saw that didn't fit. That's what I'm saying. Right. You know what I mean? That I could understand writing it that way, but his character didn't pull that off.
Right.
Maybe if it was someone else that was there that you really got that feel from, but there is not that feel.
And listen, I'm all for the use of a word if it's the perfect ingredient for the gumbo. But I would, to lessen something, like if he would have said, does it look like there's a sign in my house that says dead man storage or dead fucking guy storage? I don't know that takes away from the scene any less or any more. Like the impact to me for him to go dead nigger storage.
Well, has he seen the guy?
No. But
no, that's what I mean. He hasn't seen the guy.
Up to that point.
The guy's pulled into, right. and so how do we get to there? There's a white guy and a black guy. How do we get that? Unless that's just the way that he talks. And he doesn't come across as the guy who talks that way. There are guys, white dudes, that talk that way, but he didn't present that character that way.
Right.
So my point, that's what my point is. If he would have said, does it look like dead gangster storage here?
Or not anything. Dead man, dead fucking guy. That to me, whether you say that or the nigga, it just felt like he was saying it to go, look, I'm Quentin Tarantino and I'm a white guy saying this word and this movie is edgy because of that. Like, and that just felt like effect.
But that's the one movie that I see it stand out that way. And it was him. Now, I don't think he's a good actor.
Well, that too.
So I think that made it worse.
Right.
But, when he's playing the Australian guy in Django, did you feel like he was would you have cast him for that part?
But that was so small that
I know, but would you have even cast him for that part?
I don't know that I wouldn't or wouldn't have.
I would.
I just,
I wouldn't have.
No.
I would have been, if I was one of his co-producers, I would have said, Quentin,
Right.
you really want to be in the movie that bad that you want to play this guy?
Right.
There's about 10 billion other people that could play that part and do it better than you. I love the movie. The movie's great.
Yeah, yeah.
But that one part.
But dude, I'm telling you, there's a certain amount of ego that comes with being a director, in the sense that some directors just want to direct. Spielberg just wants to direct. He's not, and he's famous as a director because he's one of the best. But there are guys who want to be famous, be past directing. They want to be a famous person.
Quentin Tarantino is a pop icon as a director. He's the director of this pop idea of movie making. So good for him. But, also as a director, don't you want to make the best movie possible?
Well, he's going to do that because that's where his talent lies.
Well, that one little part right there kept it from being the best movie possible. I'm not shitting on him. I think he's fucking brilliant.
No, he is.
And so it's not.
But that to me just felt like I'm the cool guy who gets to.
It felt
say
contrived.
This.
It was, even if it was written that way, and you hear it and you look at it in your dailies, you could go, you know what? I just don't feel it doesn't look right coming out of my face.
Right.
But I guess that's also hard because I don't think anything looks right to you when you're the director and you're in charge of this whole movie, and then you go to play your part. You would need someone else to go, hey, dude. That it just is. Take a look at those dailies.
Ain't nobody doing that. David Higgins. When it comes to mob movies, the only black mob movie that can stand up to Goodfellas is the classic 1997 Powerhouse Hoodlum. Not even close. And I love Hoodlum. I fucking love Hoodlum. But let me go ahead. Hoodlum had an all-star black cast.
You told yourself to go ahead.
Look up the cast that acted their asses off.
Great actors.
Yes, as well as the two guys that portrayed Lucky Luciano and Dutch Schultz, played by Tim Roth, who was fucking dynamite as Dutch Schultz. And that movie has so many quotables to me. And Andy Garcia as Lucky Luciano. The film takes place during an East Coast war between the Italian and Jew mafia. Oh, and last but not least, Aries, you are ahead of the game by showcasing how the Jewish and black community can thrive together. And your podcast is a shining example, The Jew and the Jerk. You and Andy are a great team and complement each other perfectly. And y'all are ahead of the game by genuinely working together as homies and being bold about ethnicity. Keep up the good work in the gym and lifestyle changes for better health. P.S. Watch Hoodlum, nigga. Hoodlum is one of my favorites. Lawrence Fishburne, phenomenal. It's the role that I wish him and Denzel and a young Wesley could play together. Like I said, Tim Roth and Andy Garcia, Shy McBride, Cicely Tyson. I even like Vanessa Williams. Powerful shit, man. But not even fucking close. You man think he could place Dead Man's Balls upon McQueen? Not even close, man. No.
I like how you said Vanessa Williams, like it's a problem to say her name.
Nah, just, I never took her as a serious
She's had
actress.
some decent parts.
Yeah, but when I think about serious actresses that bring the thunder, Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, Kerry Washington, Vanessa Williams ain't in that. To me, she got where she got because fucking gorgeous.
Those green eyes. Man.
Oh, she's gorgeous. And, so I'm telling you, in a game where looks and vanity matter, yeah, she's top notch, but nah, yo.
Dude, eyes, though, are the windows to the soul, man. And you know why I fell in love with Tara? Seriously.
And ass crack is the key to the dick.
It was the second night we went out together, and she was wearing this red dress, and she turned and she looked at me. We were at this club, and the lights hit her just right, and it hit her eyes. Tara has like the best blue eyes I've ever seen in my. They just
Piercing.
like crystal, just like this blue crystal. Vanessa Williams' eyes. There's no one out like that.
Yes.
And then to have talent, she has talent, dude. I don't care what you say. She has talent.
I won't say she doesn't have talent. I'm just saying, as far as
I know you want a deep
acting chops.
Shakespearean actress.
Not Shakespearean, just somebody that, come on, man. Like I said, in Fences, Viola Davis's snot should have got an Oscar.
She hit that hard.
Man. Angela Bassett as Tina Turner. Man. Show me Vanessa Williams is what? In comparison to those two performances.
No, but not all movie stars or people that have great work. Is it Academy Award?
You should have something in your portfolio of that caliber. Something. There's not a top tier iconic actor that doesn't have at least one performance, if not multiple, in their portfolio.
Cans.
Who?
Cans.
Cans. Just Cans.
Is he top tier?
Not acting. Movie star, yeah. Yeah.
So she's movie starish.
You want to be back. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm back.
But it's great.
Yes.
It's like popcorn isn't food, but it tastes fucking good.
It's like M&M's ain't healthy, but give me the bag, nigga. Keanu was M&M's, baby. Willie Martin. What's good, A&A? I was intended on writing this weekend, but completely forgot.
This might be the last one.
No, we probably can get two more.
You sure?
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss.
It's 9:53. It may be kind of long, so my apologies in advance. I want to tell you guys about this funny moment I had with my mom.
Oh, it's starting.
An older sister yesterday. I went by to visit them, and it just so happens that my mother was watching Family Feud. So as I walked in, I started laughing because of you guys' episode with Godfrey. So I started playing the episode on my phone and asked my mom if she recognized, I think I read this one, who was talking. She got them all right, but didn't realize she and was oh so wrong. She was like, if that ain't them, someone real good sounding like them.
Keep reading that. I'm going to go take a piss. Keep reading.
I saw you shaking, nigga.
Dude, I'm 57.
Oh, my God.
Gotta piss.
So I asked her, do you know who Aries Spears and Godfrey is? She said, I know Aries because I saw when they was talking about people being mad at him for talking about Lizzo fat ass. Hell, I don't see what the problem was. His ass didn't lie. I don't like her ass anyway. Never liked her ass. He just said what these motherfuckers scared to say. Safe to say I was dying laughing, LOL. Then she said, now who is Godfrey? That name sound familiar. How he look? I showed her a picture of Godfrey and she said, yeah, I know him. That's the boy that played that African man on Soul Plane. They sounded just like Steve them. They sounded just like Steve them. Oh. $10, a lot of money. Oh, haven't pulled that one out in a while. Put it on the TV and let me see, cause she feel phone screens are way too, cause she feels. Damn, nigga, you are straight Kunta Kinte on this one. Cause she feels phone screens are way too small to be trying to watch anything, LOL. So as soon as I pulled up the podcast, my mom bust out, I know where I seen Aries Spears before. He played on Mad TV because he was acting like Cisco one time. He was real funny. I was actually shocked she remembered that, LOL. So we pulled your thong song parody up to watch it. We both laughing at the video already. Man, as soon as that part came up, my sister runs in the room full speed out of nowhere, does a split in the floor and screams, busting out them tight ass clothes. Then my mama said, hell, they could have put Lizzo big ass in that video. She fit right in. LMAO. My bad for the long ass email, but I had to tell y'all all that story. LOL. I hope it made y'all laugh like I was. Y'all boy with the less famous Mookie. Yeah, tell you and your fam and your mom and your sis, thank you. Thank you. That was one of my favorites. Some of the lyrics on that was bananas, man. So I appreciate that, dog.
I would comment on it, but I thank you for the long email so I could go take that piss.
Oh, any Gladstones, kidney stones?
No, I just had a piss, man. I drank like 2 bottles of water in the last show. And
All right, last one, short and sweet. The first Arnold movie, Yo, A&A. I don't have Andy's email address, or I would send this right to him. I heard Andy say that Conan was Arnold Schwarzenegger's first movie. I was always told that Hercules in New York was his first film. And if you haven't seen it, I actually did not see this, but when you mention it, I do remember this. They dubbed his voice. The first link is the original trailer with the dubbed voice. The next link is the clips that have the dubbed voice and then Arnold in his voice. This got me wondering, Aries, have you ever been hired to use your vocal skills to dub someone? I was imagining a big name actor showing up on set drunk or high or fucked up some type of way, and the director filmed the shit anyway and then called Aries to save the day by doing the voiceover in that actor's voice. All right, gentlemen, until next time, Jake. I have dubbed some things, but I don't ever think I did anybody famous. I think I dubbed my own shit.
Yeah, don't they have to, for TV, like take a movie and then make it for TV, don't they have to dub some people's voices too?
Only the parts where there's bad language.
And do they get the regular people to do it, or do they?
No, the regular people. Some of them motherfuckers are so big that once they're done, that's it.
They don't have time for bullshit.
No, that's petty shit.
All right, real quick.
So that's it, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got a show. I feel light though. I can move now.
Got some of that said Jew lick without you,
dude. I had to go. Let's see. We're at Regent Theater here in
fucking Massachusetts, kid. Fucking Arlington.
Just when I think he's not in the room, he's in the room. We're going to be at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone the 10th through the 11th of February. We're going to be in Albany, New York, the 17th and 18th of February at the Albany Funny Bone. The February 24th and 25th, we're going to be at the Denver Improv in Colorado.
I looked at the weather there. Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm going to get some weed. Oof. I'm going to get some gummies. And let's see. And then March 3rd and 4th, we're going to be at the Cincinnati Funny Bone in Liberty Township, Ohio.
There it is for now.
Got it?
We got it, baby.
That's a show.
And incidentally, I was with you when you were in the bathroom. God, your cock is heavy for a Jew. Look like uncircumcised meat. Like pastrami still in the fucking wrapper. It wasn't to fucking die for.
It was have you ever seen kosher salami?
Kosher
salami.
Last time I heard the word kosher, I was getting robbed by a Negro in an alley. I think his name was Kosher.
Yeah, it's
Kosher Jackson, kid.
It's a Hebrew national product, kosher salami. Check it out. We gotta go.
Fucking wicked, kid.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.